Hello, everyone. Hello. I cast High Vice at tier 4. You hacker, you. Hope everyone's doing well. Got water. Alright, let's do this. I am just like shotgunning things in. That's basically what the name of the game is right now. I just decided to make some improvements to the Chalix. Really, it's Riftbloom Tea altogether. Because I got rid of magic tiers on the players, I have it to where every 50 mana from your magic experience, for like your max mana, you hit a new milestone with the tea, and it will add an additional MP point per tick. So that's fun. I think it's going to make things scale a lot better. And of course, like right now, I have 110 experience from magic experience. So that's going to be 3 MP per tick. In the Chalix, it's going to be 6. So this will scale with you. I also reduced the temporal stability cost as well, down to 15%. I did something super secret. There we go. I will show you here. So I have the Moonstone and the Bloodstone caps. I finally have them doing something. Break the game time. Getting rid of tiers, oh, that's wild. Yeah. There's no player magic tier. There's still magic tiers with the spells, just because it makes sense to keep a tier 1, 2, and 3, like befriend animal. But everything's like a soft tier now, right? So if you happen to get someone's spell, like their book of like the spell fly, you can't cast that spell if you do not have the amount of mana needed to cast that spell, right? So that's kind of how the player restrictions are. Everything's a little looser. But yeah, so you'll notice this one's on. And this one is idle. With the Moonstones... Oh, here, you see it just turned on there. Let's get some lighting. There we go. So when you have a Moonstone on, you actually change this to where it works at night instead. And it ticks at a faster, like a slightly faster rate than the tier 3. This is going to be like secret stuff that I'm not going to specifically tell you what it does. It's going to be one of those things where, like, if you know and you can find out, it's going to be an increase, and it kind of changes things. Same thing over here. So for the bloodstones here, for the Devouring Void, it actually eats things 50% faster, and instead of doing 3 damage each tick, it does 2 damage. So the idea behind that is the Bloodstone is making the Devouring Void more aggressive, and it kind of draws out each tick as well, which is pretty cool. Hey yo, how's it today? And instantly into an ad. Azarine, you too? Man. Okay, ad done. Alright, at least it was a quick one. I hope that ad made you feel something, Oder. How you doing, Oder? But yeah, like I was saying, like the Bloodstones changed the Devouring Void to make it more aggressive. So and it pulls things in instead of 5 seconds. It does every 2.5 seconds. It will look and you know, pull it back in, so things are harder. Things are harder to get away from them. And since it does less damage, but provides the same as the tier 3 caps, provides the same amount, you can actually eke more essence out at a better ratio. So Bloodstones and the Moonstones are actually pretty awesome. Hell to the no, bad ad. Oh god, was it like a Viagra ad? Or for me, it's like Taco Bell ads. Like, that's what I get the most. That, or like some weird thing where it's like you know, the e-athletes are all like sitting there like it's trying to be all dramatic, like, you know, feel the win, embrace the power, right? And they're like, yeah, in their chairs. Those are, I get those, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you trying to sell me? Like, is it like a Mountain Dew? Like what? Like you think come on, Pepsi, Coke, you know you already have my money. Why are you showing me this ad? Right? Like, come on. Game like an elite. I don't like to tell people in real life that I like to game. People give you looks. All right. Heinz ketchup. Oh man, lucky. I got a Spanish phone ad. Oh god. Yeah. That or it's like some kind of like car ad, and it's like the Silverado. And it's the same, like you see one car ad, you've seen them all, right? Like I'm just like, I'm not buying a goddamn new car, especially not in this economy. Are you kidding me? Taco Bell, I may get tricked into, right? You got a better, that ad may actually land, right? Like I've been tricked before. Fucking Taco Bell. All right. So again, I'm trying to go through and making any last minute improvements before jumping over to the beta. I need to test. This is the next thing to test, is the natural flow of the achievements. So the achievements are going to be a little different. They're not going to be vastly different, but I had to update some of them. Now the new achievement here, instead of Avatar of Essence, it's called Focus Studies. That's going to be what you would need to get. Like, you need to acquire a Charged Essence Core. That's how you attune to a spell school. Now I have the new setup where, like, you unlock magic, and then we'll have to get a wand. So I'm going to step through here, right? Because the new flow is you unlock magic. Here, I'm going to just cap myself off here. There we go. I'm going to sit down to meditate. I'll just get a stick. Why not? You hop into meditation, and you could do this right in the beginning, right? You hold on to the stick. After about 5 seconds, bam. Right, so I just unlocked that achievement, and I got my wand, so I can start casting with the wand. Right, and then the next thing's going to be a proper foundry, so I have to acquire a Thaumic Foundry by clay forming and transmutation. So you would clay form. Right, fire it. You end up with this. I'm nice and I give you, you know, the little things there, like, oh yeah, you have to cast transmutation. So right, we cast transmutation on it. Boop. There we go. So I got the achievement there. Let me throw that. Get the completed thing. Right, so, and I'm unlocking things, right? So, like, you still have your magic basics. Casting spells and crucibles, right? That's going to be the next thing. I need to update the guides, because I have some stuff in, like, Crucible. I did the top one and this one. These two pages are all set up. Begs for money, for the poor, for the poor. Yeah, aren't we all? Let's see. Acquire magic chalk for rituals. You would just make that in the foundry as soon as you pick up magic chalk. Oh, damn it. I admin-ate it. Hold on. See, I actually tell you what, how much mana you get per tick now. And that it lowers temporal stability. And it should be like this. It's not gonna show you the tooltip, for, like, other mods, things, like, you know, if you have like a beer mug or whatever, I would have to, I wouldn't be opposed to, like, adding things if it's easy and, like, expanding it, but basically I look at bowls, buckets, the chalics, a couple like the base game things. If it holds the liquid, the Riftbloom tea liquid, then it's gonna automatically apply you know, this little tooltip, so you know how much mana you'll be getting. So I don't need that. Alright, what's the next thing? Magic chalk. Boop. There we go, so I got that achievement. It's gonna unlock this. This is up to date, this page. I have everything color-coded correctly. Got it all. And you'll notice things like Ritual of Orebringer actually got a pretty big buff. The original one was like 50, I just made it 100 for the depth. And it's something that you can configure as well. But everything here, Ritual of Grace, everything should be 100%. Here, let's go back in here, right? So now I gotta do a Ritual of World Essence. Which is that one. Boop. Alright. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. The middle's gonna be regular torches. This is the only one that uses regular torches. Everything else will use like a mana torch. And cobblestone. Any cobblestone type will do. Chalk. Sure. Boop. Throw that. Alright, so 4 primordial fragments. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cast transmutation. So after completing this, I should get the achievement. There we go. Perfect. And of course, that's going to open up the Ritual of Purification and the Ritual of Corruption. You'll be able to get those as well. Acquire an Arclight Furnace. Hey, here we go. Boop. I clay formed it. It's going to be a similar thing here. Cast Transmutation on it. That completes that. Boop. Oh, and it looks like I have an old trigger in there. The old Thaumic Workbench trigger for acquisition. Let's get rid of that. This is why I wanted to test. I had a feeling I was missing one of the triggers for one of these. I honestly thought it was a Thaumic Foundry that did it. But I was wrong. Let's go into block. Where is it? There we go. Arclight Furnace. Let's go further down. On collected. I'm just going to comment this out. You know what? I'm just going to comment the whole thing out. Or... Yeah, I'll comment the whole thing out. No, you know what? I'll leave the method. I'll leave the method. There we go. So that shouldn't come up anymore. That's a dead achievement, but it gave us the real one. Burning Essence. And let's go into here, right? So the next thing down, and now it's going to connect back into all the other achievements, right? So creating, you know, a runestone from the Ritual of Runic Power 1. And the descriptions, if you read them too, right? So I tell you what ritual to complete and what you're creating, right? You know, clay forming and transmutation. Yeah, just magic chalk for rituals. So you just pick up the chalk, right, to create an obelisk. So I'm giving you a little more information here. Let's get rid of that. You know what? Let's do the... Here we go. Ritual of Runic Power 1. Ooh! almost lost my cool there. There we go. We'll just extend this a little bit. Right on the edge. Grab one of these. Boop, boop. There's all of those. Throw that over. Mana torches. And I'm testing this just to make sure I didn't break anything connecting these dots. Alright, so I'm still missing a block here, and this is one of those things. What's the blue mean? Here, let's open this up. Right, we will come over to the Ritual of Runic Power. There's the blue. Blue is chiseled enchanted stone. That's how you make it. Right, like a lot of this stuff, it shouldn't be that much of a mystery. Boop. Alright, so this should be complete. Perfect. It's going to take 6 Arcanus. There we go. There's your 6. Take your money. Perfect. Hey, and I got lucky and I actually saved the torch. Nice. Aha. Nope. That's the old achievement. Yeah, Runes of Power. Let's kind of check there, and then we go into acquiring the Spell Forge. The rest of the achievements are going to be the same. I did change, I got rid of the 2 achievements, of course, for Magic Tier, Player Magic Tier. That's not even a thing anymore. Acquire any charged Essence Core. This is a pickup one, so here we'll do neutral. Here, let me throw this, because like you have to pick it up. There we go. Aha! See, it says Avatar of Essence still. That is incorrect. It should say Focused Studies. Avatar of Essence. Okay, Elemental Attunement. So this should be Focused Studies. Reload Lang. Yeah, Focus Studies. So that should be changed. Alright, so that's the achievements. Now, I gotta go through this stuff here. I gotta go through 4 or 5. Actually, I gotta go through pretty much this one, and then everything else down. Let's unlock all the achievements. Kind of take a look at how many guides I actually need. Oop. So this one for sure. This one, yeah, I'm gonna have to tweak this because it is a little different. It's not a long guide, but I want to put in here I want to tell you about using the magic chalk, right, to change what cipher you're gonna be looking for. Right, so if we pull up the spell ciphers, right, you can place these down on the ground now, and then you can draw on them to, you know, to get whatever. Now it's evocation, right? So that should be alteration. It kind of cycles through. Yeah, alteration right there. So we'll get rid of that. I think for this part, it's basically... I have to delete a couple things. Yeah, and update a couple things, right? Because anywhere where it's the Thaumic Workbench, so that's going to be a rewrite. I think for this, I get to delete all of this stuff, all the Crucible stuff. Just delete all this stuff, and then I'll move spell scrolls to, like, this page. This Synthesis and Grimoires did not change. Basically, anything from here, Sanctum and Spellcasting. I may have to tweak a couple things here because the way staves work now, it's a little different. This whole thing, it's not really Magic Attunement, it's Spell School Attunement now. So I'm gonna have to probably rewrite this one from scratch, which is fine. Kind of wonder if I should get a new supporter pet for people, too. I mean, I'll think about that, too. Think about what I want the pet to be. Okay, so what else am I working on right now? For the most part, all the spells are done. I just need to play test them. Oh, you know what? There is something I need to fix. Discoveries. Specifically the magical block discoveries. So this is a little different now. It's not 61 anymore because that number, that was a static number I had put in and I knew I was going to screw myself with it. But a lot of the stuff was like I got rid of the sigils. So you can't, you know, learn, like you can't research anything from the sigils because they're no longer in. So I need to find a better way to display this information. Magical blocks. So in here, of course, I'm gonna have to find it. It's in here. Oh, maybe. Oh, I see what I did. Wait a minute. Is 61 the thing? Magic traits. Oh my god, did I redo this? Oh, please let it be. So some of this stuff I'm gonna comment out, right? Like the Soul Well's not in there. The Lunar Altar's not in there. Advanced Runestone, right? And then you got Abyssium, Eldrathnium, all the large crystals. There's the other Runestone. I think this is what I'll do. I'm going to... I commented 2 out. Let's see if it goes down to 59. I'm just gonna save and quit. And I'm gonna rebuild here. It's gonna give me 2 errors, I believe. No? So I'm not even registering these anymore. Let's see. I think there's a better way to do this. If I'm just using the enum, I want to be able to have whatever I want in the enum and not necessarily use it. That way I could plan things out. So let's go into here. This is going to be Meditation, Insight, Research. Which is going to be down here. Yeah, see, I already had those 2 things commented out. It's still 61, huh? Well, I could get rid of all of this. And this. And this. There we go, I'll just do it like this. Comment out. Comment out all of this as well. There we go. Game's about to be upset, right? We're still at 61. Alright, here we go. This is what I would have expected here, so let's comment out all of that and all of that. That's the old napped version of the sigils. And then in here, there's no more meditation insight that's available for the sigils themselves. And then I can get rid of this. It's basically a duplicate of the first sigil pattern. And that should be everything. Perfect. Can't wait to get some food. I'm not going to stream as long as I have been. I'm going to be stopping about 20 minutes from now. I got to go pick up pizza. That's what I'm having for dinner tonight. Nice, delicious, tasty pizza. There we go. Claim stopping 20 minutes from now. Stops 20 hours. It's funny you mentioned that. I have this Friday off, so I've been busting my butt on this to get a beta open because I wanna spend my day Friday streaming. So and I want to be playing on the community server with the beta. And actually, you know, becoming a mage. Kind of feeling it out. General... Oh, wait. What's going on here? Yeah, see, so it's still 61. That tells me... I call shenanigans on that. I call shenanigans. So ID values, get values from the enum. So I would be pulling things from the enum here. But I feel like I'm putting a static... I feel like I'm just putting a static number in somewhere. It ain't cool. So I gotta figure out where this stuff is. Loving the alpha so far. Wands and the use of transmutation as versions or chef's kiss. Alright, that's what I like to hear. Some feedback, yes! Did you not be a mage on the comm server before? Well, I was, but this is the redesign, man. This is the redesign. I gotta play it. I gotta see all the improvements that I made. Gotta see how it feels. I built the Ferrari. I gotta give it a test drive. I'm not gonna let it roll off the lot before then. Okay, where the hell is this string? Just look. Where is it? It's gotta be linked to this. It's gotta be linked to this. Is there something else? so Ray does not equal null, like everything's zeroed out. So int monolith. You know what? How about this? Int magic block. Oh, what do we got? Meditation, insight, research. So rich text. Okay, so this is a text. Oh, I think it's in here. Ugh. Wow, I got spammed a lot faster than I thought I would. Ban, bitch. The way you talk to sound like you didn't get to be a mage before either. No, I was a mage before. I'm just excited because, like, I think being a mage now and playing with the mod's gonna feel so much better. And you know what? It's hard to you know, it's hard to remember. I've been in development hell for so long. It's been so long. Why does this not make sense to me? Meditation, insight, research. Okay, so this is a guidebook key. Alright, so meditation, insight. Okay, so this is where it, oh! What is this? Could it be that old Vice did have a static in here? I think so. That lazy bastard. How could he? How dare he shirk on his responsibilities? So wait, I can get rid of this because that's not a thing. What I need to do here is put a comma, and then it's gonna be like some kind of string version of a number. Okay, so this is making sense now. Let's scroll much further up. Alright, I'm gonna cut this out. And then we're gonna come right down to here, and I'm gonna put this right there, right before. There we go. Right before, like it was spaced out too far. It's too far away, right? But now what I want to do is this makes sense that I'm running through things because I'm taking a string array. I see why I did this. I'm taking the string array, and then I'm parsing it through and getting all the numbers out depending on what you have. Now what I need to do is we'll copy this. I need to create another loop. And I need to create another thing. So I'll say int max magical blocks equals 0, right? And then I'm going to paste this in. I'm going to copy this variable, and we'll just stick it down here. Right? Instead of 1, it's going to be whatever the max is. And then I'm going to delete that. Now, what I want to do is loop through, not in enum, I want to go into rustbound magic dot meditation insight research. This is what I want to loop through. Yes, let's go with dot, and then I want the. It's going to be the values or the keys? Values, I believe. I believe it is values that I would like to loop through. I'm going to cut this whole thing out. We're going to put this into an if statement. Boop. There we go. Kind of messing some stuff up here. I was gonna say, what the hell? This looks wrong. If oh, duh. Oh my god. I'm like, why does this look wrong? There we go. This is a little better, and then I can put that there. There we go. There we go. I'm like, boom. Let's see. Alright, so now I want to do a couple checks, right? I'm going to do a safety check for the count. The count has to be greater than 0. There's got to be something in the dictionary to parse through. I think that's the only check that I really need. And really, this is the only if statement. I just want to look at all the values in the global dictionary And I want to say if it doesn't contain ancient, right, then it's going to be in the pool of just magical blocks. Alright, we're going to save Fireball. Is it still 61? Now, 97/61. Oh, wait. Dot. Reload lang. I gotta reload the language file. Okay, so 0. And then 97. I did something wrong. I did something wrong. The fact that this is 0, maybe it's keys that I gotta loop through. It's one or the other. Maybe it is. Oh, you know what? It is keys because the value would just be a number. But for this part's weird. Why it's saying magical blocks is 97. One issue at a time. 0 out of 33. The hell? Are you kidding me? Magical blocks. Right? That's weird, right? Oh, duh. I'm oh, jeez. Let's change magical block. There we go. Max magical block. That's why it's being so weird. That's what I would expect. So there's about 33, and I have none of the achievements. Let's go ahead and just unlock one here. We'll sit down. We'll meditate on. You know what? Let's look at it from the front. There we go. We'll look right into the grates here. All right, that started. Boom! All right, increased by 2. I got 2 max mana from that, and I am now 1 out of 33. Perfect. All right, well, let's make sure that it is about 33. We'll go into here. So I can ignore all of this, right? So we'll do... There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19, 20, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Yep, there are 33. So each time with this new system here, each time I add anything else to the meditation research, meditation insight research, it's going to automatically increment it here for me. So that's not bad. A lot of the stuff here is researchable. Not things like that, but... Oh, what about the 2 new blocks? Should I make those researchable? I can't remember if the Thaumic Workbench was researchable or not. Let's try and look at the history here. We'll figure it out. Oh, it wasn't researchable. Okay. I'm gonna do people a solid here. We're gonna add a couple more of these. Since these are both really, really easy to get. Let's do research Thaumic Foundry. All right, we'll add that. And then we'll paste this in here. I'll do Arclight Furnace. There we go. So this should be Thaumic Foundry. And then, like, right in here, we'll do Arclight Furnace. I'll only give you one mana point, though. I'm not going to give you a lot in that one. It should be like this. Although I did make the Obelisk 2, so maybe the Arclight Furnace should also be 2 mana points. So, Thaumic Foundry, I'll give you a free max mana point for researching that. Arclight Furnace, I'll give you 2. Celestial Prism, Devouring Void, Basic Runestone, Utility Block. Alright, so that's pretty good. Another thing, too, let's find one. So, we got one. We'll save and quit. Yo, I'm kind of on time this time, I think. How's the stuff going? Well, I got 5 more minutes to stream, so you're right at the end. You're getting here. Ultimately, it's a drop in the bucket late game. Mana levels won't have a huge impact on most of your gameplay. It's just a foot in the door at the start. Yeah, that's what Meditation Insight was supposed to be. It's just an alternate route for you to get some additional max mana to be able to cast more spells. That doesn't involve you casting spells. I wanted to promote more exploration, right, and discovery than spamming transmutation in the air. It's a hugely appreciated in the start, though, yeah. Especially if there's a mage that's already established, and they have all this stuff. A new mage could just go and sit down in meditation research and get a huge boost to their mana. Right at the end again. What did I miss? Could you summarize, please? Well, the beta is just about here. I mean, there's changes with all the essence generators now. The formatting's different. I got the moonstones and the bloodstones kind of locked in. They're working. I buffed the Riftbloom tea. I did a lot of stuff. And right now we are fixing Meditation Insight. So now I'm up to 33 to 35. Perfect. That makes sense because I just added 2 things. I need to add the tagging here. So let's go a little further up. Alright, and this is going to be Meditation Insight. Mana Recovery! Here we go, Meditation Insight. So what I'm going to want to do is copy, paste, right? So this is going to be Arclight Furnace dash normal dash. This is going to be Thaumic Foundry dash normal. I think that is everything. Magic Tricks dash normal. You know, I don't need the dash normal there. Everything else should be fine. Alright, now we reload. Researching ancient artifacts is the only way I was able to equip half the stuff I got from farming rifts. Yeah, it's good stuff. And speaking of, there we go, now it says researchable. Perfect. Yeah, speaking of, I made it to where, obviously, you're gonna start to use them in some very high-level, rituals here. But what you could also do is throw them in, and they should be able to burn down. I think actually neutral essence is what they burn down with right now. There we go. So you could burn these down and get artifact cores. Right now, the artifact core... You know what? Let me make a to-do list here. because I gotta include artifact cores in some other stuff here. I gotta remember it. Artifact core. Yeah, okay, I remember. Right now, the main use for an artifact core is... There we go, we'll grab that. You can put them in... Here we go. Where's another one? Alright, we'll go over here. Yeah, here we go. You could put them in here, and it gives you, I think, 15? 15 or 20. Okay, so if that's 15... So yeah, it gives you 15 additional storage charge, so you could place them in here. Everything's looking super bright because I have that on. And you will have to use them for some higher level tier stuff as well. So I'm trying to add more ways to like recycle your old stuff. But you know, it's forthcoming. So I guess I could... Here, let's try and do the meditation research here, right? Let's take a look. So I have 2 mana. So this should give me only 1. I'll have 3 after I'm done researching this. There we go. All right. I think there was more that I had to do here. Yeah, I didn't fully connect these dots. That's right, because now I have to come into the block itself for both of these. So there's the Foundry core. There we go. It is in here, right? Oculus core. Suspicious. Okay, here we go. On being looked at. This is what I wanted. Man, let's find an easier block. Holy crap. There we go. Utility block. This is what I was looking for, right? Some of these variables. Oh, looks like it is 4:31. Let me shotgun this stuff in, and then I'm gonna find someone to raid because I got a pizza to pick up. It's gonna be delicious. Alright, so we're gonna put this stuff in here. Right there, perfect. Oh, you know what? I guess I don't need that stuff. There we go. Unloaded. So this is going to be research, arclight, furnace. And then this is going to be research, Thaumic, foundry, right? And now I can come down here on being looked at. Just minimize a lot of this stuff here. There we go. So this is the old on being looked at. We'll put in the new on being looked at. And then also here. Come on. On entity inside. I guess I don't have one. Perfect. We're going to save and quit. Build. Get back in. Whoops. Is there a way to charge the foundry more than 2 charge at a time? Yes, there is. use the better wand of transmutation, or transmutation too. The better wand, the runed wand. I think you get like 8 a pop. Enjoy your pizza? Yeah, I will. Oh, I will. Is that your window getting in so much daylight? It's daylight at your location, right? Yes, yes it is. That's my window over there. It's funny because like I'm looking at the stream. It's pretty cloudy right now. So I don't even know. There we go. Now I see particles. I don't even know how it's illuminating so much. There we go. Increased max mana by 1. Let's verify. I have 3 meditation insight. Perfect. Researchable. Oh, I gotta add one more thing as well. Let's go to the collectible... Oh, block behavior. Here we go. Block behavior. And I've got to paste in 2 things here, right? So if the block code path contains... We'll scroll up here. Paste, copy, paste, Atomic Foundry, or Arclight Furnace. Block info research. This will be Atomic Foundry. This will be research. Arclight Furnace. Did I spell it wrong? ARCLIGHTFURNAC. Did I spell Arclight Furnace wrong in here? I bet I did, huh? France. Furnace. Jeez, man. I gotta fix it. Alright, that means I have to change this, and in magical traits... Okay, okay. So what I just did there... Yeah, just stop. I made it to where when you discover these 2 things, it's not going to tell you that it's researchable still. That's what this little bit does. There we go, and I have to change it here. I've spelt it wrong all over the place. Oh my gosh. Okay. I will do this, and then I just have to remember to make the oh, what is it? The artifact cores. I gotta add those in. I'll ask about that on Discord. No instructions in the mod yet. I'll ask about researching artifacts. I think tonight I can get the other stuff written that I need to. And then I'll push out like maybe the last beta, and then basically if no one has any objections, I could just convert that into the, or I'll push out the last alpha. And then if no one finds anything glaringly bad, then I'll just switch the alpha to a beta. I think for the most part, there hasn't been like any crashes or any major issues. Okay, so let me just do a quick look here. Quick look. Okay, so this is researchable. Come on, where's one of the? Here we go. So it still says researchable, huh? I may not have time to fully embrace this. Keep going down. If the array is null... All right, I'm gonna have to look at this a little later here, because I should be able to, like, you know, do meditation insight on this, and then that researchable tag should go away. There's probably one more thing that I can't remember, but it's time for me to get pizza. So we are going to get pizza. Yeah, see, it still says researchable. Not a problem. That'll be an easy thing to fix. Let's stop the music. Open up Twitch. Who is playing Vintage Story? No one I follow. This one person I am, but you know what? Let's yeah, let's just throw it to her. We'll throw it over to Deliria. So let's do this, slash raid. There we go. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Big progress. Big progress. Yeah. The beta is very soon. Like I said earlier in the stream, this Friday I have off. So I'm pushing to get the beta going so I can get a community server up and running, so I can actually play the changes and everything, right? Do some play testing. I guess I gotta I'll reach out to people in the community server here, and I will see if I want to stick with 1.20 for right now, or if I'm gonna, you know, drink the Kool-Aid and jump to 1.21. That may cause a slight delay, but either way, I kind of want to play by Friday. I want to play this game. I want to play with the mod. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I'm gonna go get some pizza. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Adios. See you later. Bye.